I'm Peter Alessandria, and I invite you to be bigger than you think you are. I've done a lot of interviews over the last few years, and the interviewers often ask me the secret to winning more than 70 awards for my photography and getting my photos published in newspapers and magazines around the world. So I tell them about my 4-point business plan. Number 1, never give up. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Number 3, do at least one thing every day to move your business and your life forward. And number 4, forgive yourself when you don't do 1, 2, or 3. Let's look at each of these. I always say there's no guarantee of success in life, but there is one guarantee of failure, and that's if we give up. In my book, I talk about the importance of learning how to deal with disappointment. I say for every one of my 70+ photography awards, there have been at least 5 failures, rejections, and disappointments. Until I learned how to deal with those things, I was stuck. The thing to remember is failure happens to everybody. Listen to any interview with a successful person and you'll hear how they all failed at one time or another. Taking things personally means we make what other people say or do about us. When I first started working as a photographer, I took everything personally. For instance, if my photos didn't get into a show or exhibition, I thought it was because I wasn't good enough. I eventually realized that what other people thought of my photos was actually more about them than it was about me. Like everything in life, art and photography are very subjective. What appeals to one person may not appeal to another. Once I really understood this, I stopped feeling bad if someone didn't like my work. It's when I stopped caring so much about what other people thought that I was able to put my work out there, and that's when things began to happen. This seems both simple and obvious, yet many days it can be the most difficult thing in the world. There always seems to be something distracting us from our goals. We know we want to write that book, or get that degree, or call that prospect. Yet days, weeks, months, and even years go by and we still haven't done anything about it. For me, it turns out that procrastination is just a 5-syllable word for fear. I had to learn to overcome my fears before I could do what I needed to do to move my career and my life forward. Of course, ideally you want to do more than one thing every day. But even if you only do one, by the end of the year you will have done 365 things that have the potential to move you closer to where you want to be in life. Turns out this is the most important step in the plan. I can tell you right now, when I began just being nicer to myself, everything changed. I devote the entire last 60 pages of my book to the importance of forgiveness. And now I know there's no forgiveness more important than self-forgiveness. Most people have no idea how much energy it takes to hate on themselves every day. Going from being our own worst enemy to our own best friend frees up the energy we need to move forward. That's it for my 4-point business plan. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing or following this page. And remember, be bigger than you think you are today and every day.